From Los Angeles to a worldwide audience, this is Boaz Power TV, where we take your life to the next level. Now, internationally known speaker and author, here's Boaz.
Hi, welcome to the Power Show. You are part of the Power Nation, and I'm so glad that you're here. This is episode number 154, Boaz Power TV. Here we help you to improve your attitude, your relationships, your finances, and your career as we take your life to the next level. This is called a meeting of the minds. As a professional speaker, I'm constantly urging my audiences to think differently than the average person. What's average after all? It's neither good nor bad, somewhere in the wide expanse of mediocrity. I promote looking at things from a different perspective. All you have to do is simply slow down and think, how else could this be done? That's how great inventions come into reality. Someone asks that question and keeps looking for an answer. So a few years ago, I thought about the concept of meetings. There are meetings in business situations, meetings between family members, meeting among friends. It was my observation that many meetings are a waste of time because they usually focus on problems. And if they don't focus on problems, there's often a lot of gossip involved. That leads me to the point that most everyone you and I know belongs to one of two unions. You don't necessarily need to check their union cards to identify their affiliation. It's usually quite evident by their actions. Most people are either part of the building crew or part of the wrecking crew. They're either building people up or tearing them down. I bet you know people in both unions, don't you? Thus, when meetings take place, the members of the wrecking crew always have more power because negative thoughts are stronger than positive ones. In most businesses, it takes 100 positive customer comments to undo one strong negative comment by a customer. Negative comments make powerful statements that are often hard to erase from the minds of those who hear them. Taking all of this into consideration, I created a format for conducting much more productive meetings. This process can be used both at home and at work. Now, most meetings in companies are held in order to resolve one or more issues. A manager doesn't usually get his people together and say the following, things have been going so good that I thought I'd gather everyone together so we could celebrate. That isn't usually done, although it probably should be. So if you haven't done that in your company, just had a meeting where you just tell people how much you appreciate them and bring in a few treats, do it. Do it with your family. It works wonders. People usually have business meetings to resolve issues. My system calls for an up opening and an up closing at all such meetings. I suggest to the leader that he or she ask everyone to state something positive that has happened in their department in the past couple of weeks. Now, we're doing this in order to look for the good. Most people automatically look for the bad. I'm suggesting let's look for the good. If someone in the group says, I don't know, you ask them to report something good and they say, I don't know. The leader is instructed to say, I know you don't know. But if you did know, what would it be? In other words, there's nothing wrong with that person. We're giving them permission not to know. Often they will open up and state something positive. Now, if someone still persists in saying, I don't know, the leader could state the following, just guess. Just guess. Then the leader is to simply look at that person and say nothing further. Eventually that person will come up with something. I know what you're thinking. You're probably saying, wait a minute, Boaz, you're going to make some people feel very uncomfortable by doing this. You're absolutely right. You're right. However, the person that would feel uncomfortable with this is probably the negative person who always comes to meetings with negative thoughts. Our aim is to turn this person around and have them look for the good. They may feel uncomfortable the first time this is done. However, I would venture to say that at the next meeting, they'll be ready with something good. That's the beginning point for turning that person around. During the middle part of the meeting, you can then cover the issues at hand, no matter how tough they may be. Then at the end of the meeting, close on an up note by asking everyone to state something positive they got out of the meeting. Now here's where the following line is so appropriate. Be a meaningful specific rather than a wandering generality. Be a meaningful specific rather than a wandering generality. Someone might sum up the meeting by saying, "Everybody was nice." Oh, come on, that's a wonderful generality, but ask them to be specific. That doesn't do us any good. Say, who was nice and what did you like that they said? My aim is for everyone to leave the meeting focused on something good. The feedback I've received from executives throughout North America about this meeting process has been profound. Leaders have stated that all their meetings have become so much more productive. Now, the same process can be used in family meetings. When sitting down to discuss family issues, ask everyone to state something good that happened that day. This will encourage everyone to look for the good. At the end, ask everyone to state something positive that they got out of the meeting. Tell me something good that happened today could also be a positive question to ask everyone when sitting down for dinner together. When meeting with a friend, you could open the conversation with the same question. Tell me something positive that's happened in your life. That is a clear statement that you focus on the good and that you're genuinely interested in them. Let's have a meeting of the minds about this. Starting meetings up and ending meetings up can revolutionize your time with others. It's a great meeting of the minds. So here's the affirmation for this episode of Boaz Power TV. You may want to write it down. It could help you perhaps. I start and end meetings with positive input from all participants. I start and end meetings with positive input from all participants. Thank you for joining me. If you like these messages, and many people around the world do, please do me a favor. Forward this to 5 of your friends. Suggest they go to my website, boazpower.com, and they can also subscribe to the free weekly broadcasts of Boaz Power TV. You are special, you are unique, you are destined for greatness, and I believe that you now hold very productive meetings. Thank you for joining me. I see it in you. You are a champion. Have a powerful day.
This has been Boaz Power TV. To comment, see other episodes, or to subscribe to this free broadcast, go to our blog at boazpower.com. That's boazpower.com. We're here to take your life to the next level.